Y'all know what it is. Another Saturday, another gym. We got a very, 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 very special guest. I always say that every intro because I feel like every guest that take their time to sit next to me is very special. But we got my guy Chubbs, the chubby guy.
You know what I'm saying? He always says they're very special, but today he really means it. He really means it. Someone very special up here.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
How are you, my guy?
I'm good, my boy. How you?
Can't call it, man. Good to see you.
We just got off of work, son.
We just got off work. Y'all know what it is.
Sponsor.
Y'all know what
son.
it is. Call her God shit.
What up,
Y'all know what it is. Only one T. It's only one T I to do this week.
This is it. And it's hot out.
And it's hot as fuck,
and we
man.
still rocking your thick ass brand. You heard? So fucking sponsor us at least. Jeez.
Cut the fucking check, man.
You know what I mean?
Let's get into this shit,
I'm
man.
fucking agua over here. It's so hot.
Chubbs, let us know who are you, brother.
I'm a fucking above average piece of shit from Suffolk County. I like fucking long strolls down shady alleys. You know what I mean? I'm just a fucking dope, ill rhyme sayer. I run with some of the elitists in the city right now. I like to say that. And yeah, I'm just fucking. If you ain't familiar, you're gonna get familiar. You know?
Say your name. Throw these names out. The elitists of the city.
The elitists right now. People. It's, you know what I mean. It's only my crew. I feel like so. You know, that's no disrespect to anybody else. If you ain't linked up with us yet, that's just what that means. Maybe you already family. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Maybe you already circle, you just don't know it yet. Mm-hmm. But if you lit, you know what I mean? You got to link with us because I feel like we moving the dopest out here.
Gotcha.
You know, I got my boy Bubs.
Shout out Bubs Styles.
You know what I mean? Fucking the whole squad, just basically all around Brooklyn, from Rome to fucking Ace.
Shout out Rome. Shout out my nigga Ace.
Everybody, you know what I mean? Emilio, fucking Ox.
Fucking Ox, yo.
You know, that's what I'm saying. All these boys are just like super thorough. I feel like right now we're on to something. Dusty,
shout out
you know
Dusty.
I mean?
Shout out Emilio as well.
You know, Spanish Ran.
Shout out Spanish Ran. Ran,
it's like
what's up here?
Yep,
you know what I mean? Yep. Big shout out my guy Spanish Ran.
You know?
Yes, man. So, I mean, you know, they got the same, man. There's a whole renaissance going on out here, so it's definitely dope to have you a part of that shit, man. And it's a lot of the elite spitters throughout the city and have your name in that, man. So, yo, let's get into a lot of the, well, let's start off, well, you know, Suffolk County.
Right.
Long Island.
Yep.
A lot of people don't think some spitters come from Long Island. And I think
I'll give you a list.
Historically, I think that shit is, like, false.
A lot of motherfuckers that people don't think, you know what I mean? From Long Island or from Long Island.
Get into it. Let's get into that shit.
So, the list? You want me to go through the list?
We get into that shit because I mean this is also your influences as well. So we could get into that shit.
That's what I mean. You know, obviously we got the EPMDs, the fucking Rakims, the Goats, the Eric Shermans. You know what I mean? But then we travel into, you know, LL Cool J. A lot of people don't know. He earned his bones, you know, when he was a teen in Long Island.
Shout out Spoda, because Spoda actually told me that shit too.
That's what I'm saying. Spoda know what time it is. You know what I mean? Shout out Spoda. Fucking, you got Prodigy. People think, oh, he's from Queensbridge. This is fucking Mobb Deep we're talking about. His son, he's from Nassau. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. You got to live in Long Island to know a lot of these things. That's what it is. People out here, I'd say that to some people, like, yo, Method Man's from Long Island. Method Man's not from Long Island. Are you kidding me? He never said Long Island in his life. But it's like, don't mean he's not from there.
He reps it, though.
Yeah, he says it. That's what I'm saying. If you listen, if you dig, you know what I mean? People just automatically think he's Wu-Tang, you know what I mean? He's from Staten.
And that's not even the case.
Right. He's from Shaolin. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man. Do you feel like, yo, there's always been a level of competition between what's going on here in the city and Long Island?
I mean, I wouldn't say competition because it's like we all New York. You know what I mean? But there's definitely like, you know, a perception from Long Island to New York. And if you live in Long Island, it's different. You know, it's a different sector of New York. You know what I mean? Same as out here. If you're a city boy, it's a different sector. You know what I mean? Got you. You're going to understand a different way of life, kind of. But at the end of the day, I feel like we all New York, you know, and I feel like Long Island should be the sixth borough because it's like Brooklyn and Queens is on Long Island.
Spoda again said that.
You know
Shout out Spoda again.
He's spoken like a true LI motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? That's
Shout out
why he said that, because we know, you know what I mean? And like I said, originally I'm from the city, but I got seriously gritty living in Long Island. That's why I say anyone that says that, you know what I mean? I was a good kid. You know what I mean? And then moved to Long Island and was like, holy shit, corrupt. I'm corrupted now. You know what I mean? Fucking, I was beat to an inch of my life the first week I lived there.
Really?
Yeah, by an older dude. The dude who was like fucking, 26 or something.
Why?
For no reason, because I knocked his beer over.
In a bar?
No, I was walking. I was a little kid. I was just walking. I knocked his beer over. He fucking wilded out and was like, "You little motherfucker!" And I started laughing.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and he didn't like that I laughed. You know what I mean? Beat the shit out of me. I was traumatized. I'm like, I don't want to be here.
What?
You know what I mean?
Wow. What the fuck?
It made me so burly, though. That's what happened.
I see that shit.
That first beating happened, and it was like, nah, son, that can't happen again. I started just getting burlier every year since.
Yo, fucking Chubbs, man.
You know what I mean, Cooge?
Absolutely, man. So,
Cooge is a word of endearment, too, if you don't know.
Really?
Cougine. It's like me calling you family. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit, yo.
So if I say Cooge, Cougine, because some people look at me like my name's not Cooge, and it's like, that's just my way of showing endearment. Some people say. I
appreciate that, brother.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, that's fam.
I'm about to take that shit out of here.
Cooge, exactly.
Cooge.
When you walk up, be like, yo, Cooge. People be like, who's
I'm
Cooge?
gonna fuck a lot
Cooge.
of people head up with that shit. Yo, that's fucking
Cugino,
dope.
you know what I mean? Casadici Alfredo. What do you want to do?
It's fucking dope, man. So, yo, I want to get into just you rapping, and how is that coming up for you? Because, I mean, you're of Italian descent, correct?
Right.
So how was that, man, when you broke the news to mommy, like, yo, I want to rap?
I mean, yo, if you Italian, you know Italians don't speak to each other. We eat in silence. We don't talk.
So it's no soprano-like shit?
Yeah,
none of that.
Like I said, we talk, but we talk small talk. You don't talk real shit with your family. You keep that separate, especially Sicilians. You know what I mean? You don't bring work to the dinner table. So it's like what you do in your day is basically that's your day. Keep it to yourself. If it's something that involves that you want to talk about, of course they're there to talk about it. But like I said, I'm kind of closed off, so I don't talk to my I talk to my family, but we don't talk. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like, hey, I just did this show last night, and you know what I mean?
Got you.
To Mom Duke, she don't need to know what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Why you think that is though?
Because they're too in your business. You know what I mean? You'd rather them not in your business. You know what I mean? So it's like you don't need to know what I'm doing, because if you're too in my business, then you're going to be asking me a million questions that I don't want to answer. Right?
That's the truth.
So that's why
that's the truth.
And my family, we didn't talk. You know, my father didn't talk about shit. He didn't tell me about his life experiences. Anything I know, I found out through like family members or something. Like, oh, your father used to, do this, he used to do that. I don't even want to say what he used to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'd be like, for real? Like, Dad? No. You know what I mean? Because I didn't know, because he don't let, you know what I mean? He ain't going to talk about that shit.
Right.
Some families are open. You know what I mean?
Right.
But he's like a closed book. He's like, yo, I'm your dad. That's it. That's what you need to know. You know what I mean?
Fucking Chubbs, man. Yo, so how did you start rapping though, man?
How did I start rapping? I mean, I started putting one word in front of the other, and then so what happened. But nah, fucking, I was a kid that just loved hip hop. I love music in general, still to this day. I just love all sorts of music. So I heard what my pops listened to. My pops listened to a lot of classic rock. You know what I mean? My mom's listened to a lot of pop shit. You know what I mean? Like fucking Genesis. Who else? Jungle? Who are some of the people?
Who you listen to, Jungle?
Like that's grunge.
Grunge. I've heard of grunge.
That's my big cousin right there. He don't look like much, but this guy likes to fucking put rusty nails and bats when he's bored. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is what he does.
Shout out grunge.
But yeah, like I said, like my mom listened to mad commercial shit. You know what I mean? Shania Twain, whatever the fuck was on the radio. And it's like I liked everything, but my big brother, he bumped nothing but hip hop. So I kind of got influence from him at first. You know, put me on to the artists that he listened to: Capone Noriega, Big L. So as a kid, I was like, Biggie. Biggie was my favorite as a kid. You know.
Dope shit.
And then I was for many years, bro, just like kind of had friends that rapped, and I never wanted to be a rapper. Never wanted to be one. I don't know.
You think maybe you was afraid?
It could have been that I was afraid, or that, like I said, I felt like naturally I was someone that I liked to be behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Like I was like, I wanted to be there, but I don't want everybody looking at me, right? So I was someone that liked to play like the back, kind of. And that's what I did for a long time, like where in the sense that I was like a manager, I was putting together shows, I was helping out my boys who were rapping.
Dope shit, word?
Yeah.
Wow.
me starting to rap a little bit, but in a ghostwriting way, where I was ghostwriting, giving and then people were like, yo, Chubbs, you should rap. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, like enough friends being like taking bars from me and being like,
so
you should be spitting this shit yourself.
Yeah, so you made your rounds.
Right. Exactly.
Dope. That
Came
shit
up in it for sure.
That shit is fire, bro. How did you end up linking up with Bubs though? Bubs and Dusty and all of them.
Bubby, we heard about each other through the grapevine, but then we linked on Instagram or some shit. And we were just like, yo, we got to build, you know what I mean? I fuck with you, he fucks with me. We were like, you know what I mean? We felt like our sounds would have sounded good together. We got up one time in the studio, and it was like, we just knew, like, yo, this guy's my fucking twin. You know what I mean?
Shit. Yep.
It's like, we both fucking love cold cuts. You know what I mean? We love sandwiches. I was like, bro, because he says a lot of things that has to do with, like, you know what I mean? Food and shit. And that's what I talk about in my music. So I was like,
favorite hero? Gotta ask you.
My favorite hero?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, come on, coach. The Italian sub. What are we doing here? What are we doing? But, I mean, honestly, if you really want to ask me, like, that's not what I'm eating on every Tuesday. I'm going to just eat something plain. I'm a plain Jane type dude. I'm going to put some turkey and some cheese on bread. You know what I mean? Maybe a little mustard, maybe a little mayo. If I want to get crazy. You know what I mean? But I it depends on what kind of mood I'm in. But I'm gonna say Italian sub for the sake of, you know.
All right. Well, being that, I gotta ask you because I'm gonna tell you my favorite sandwich.
Yeah.
I go to shout out to Cerritos Deli in Queens.
You're gonna say chopped cheese?
Hell no.
All right.
No.
I thought that's where you were going.
That shit is disgusting.
You said, shout out to Deli. Right?
Nah. Cerritos is a. I shouldn't even discredit them by calling them a deli, but they it's Italian. Like a family Italian spot. It's in Astoria. If you haven't been there, you should.
Pork store?
Yeah, and they make sandwiches, man. Shout out.
That's what Italians call delis.
Okay.
Well, a good deli. It's a pork store. There's just delis, and then there's pork stores. It's like pork stores. You're getting quality.
Okay.
You're gonna get the good quality cuts.
Then that's what we gonna call them then, because Cerrito's been around for a long time. But when I go there, I like to get the chicken cutlet with lettuce, tomatoes. If I'm feeling special that day, I might get Swiss cheese.
Talk about it.
Salt, pepper, oil, and vinegar. And mayo.
So oil and vinegar is definitely
gotta have the oil and
major
vinegar.
key.
Major key.
You talked about chicken cutlets. I saw this guy's muscles flex. He was like, "This guy fucking is obsessed with."
Shout out, Jungle.
He literally got tense for a second. He was like, "Did he just say chicken cutlets?" Because this guy's obsessed with chicken cutlets.
Shout out, Jungle.
Like I love chicken cutlets as much as the next man, but this guy like really likes chicken cutlets.
It's a fucking undefeated sandwich, bro.
This motherfucker will eat that shit for every fucking meal.
It's an undefeated sandwich, bro. Chubbs, man, let's get into this, man. I know you had dropped this early this year, correct?
Yeah.
First of all, I want to go on record and definitely say this is arguably one of my favorite album covers of the year.
Salute.
Lucky Luciano and Maya Lansky.
I mean, if you know, you know, honestly. So let's talk about the cover art. What was the inspiration behind this shit?
I mean, you know, Lord Jewish produced the whole joint. You know what I mean? Eitan. It's my fucking little Jewish beat maker. Guy knows what he's doing.
Shout with Lord Jewish?
Yeah.
Shout out Lord Jewish.
And, yeah, nonetheless, like I said, he's Jewish, I'm Italian, so we were like Lucky Lansky because we came together to make this project. We were working on it, you know, amongst other things for years, kind of. You know what I mean? And it was something that we always wanted to put out, and it was like one thing after another was happening in both of our careers or whatever, where I'm like, oh, I'm putting this out first. But we finally dropped the fucking thing. But, yeah.
Dope shit, bro.
Yeah.
Favorite song off the project?
I don't know. I love all my children, you know? I can't really say which one is my favorite. It's like, if I had to pick one, I couldn't. You know what I mean? So I would just say the whole project's pretty dope. Everything I do is pretty dope, you know? I feel like you should feel that way about yourself, too. Like, if you didn't wake up this morning and tell yourself, like, fuck, I'm glorious,
right? You're
already fucked up. Your day's already going the wrong direction.
That's
you know
a gem.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Exactly. So it's like when I wake up in the morning, that's what I like to tell myself. Like, you were fucking glorious. There's only one of you. Jesus Christ fucking, like, literally had the shits the day that he made you. Because he didn't know what to do with himself.
What the fuck? Yo.
He had indigestion.
Fucking hilarious, man.
You know what I mean?
Dope shit. I mean, dope it's shit. True, nigga. Yeah. I mean, you literally have to walk out and say that. You gotta at least feel that way. Yeah. Confidence is such a major key into what it is that we do.
Like, you can tell I radiate confidence.
Yeah, just you know from you even walking up the steps.
And you feel that vibe, you feel that energy, so that's why it's important.
Right.
You know what I mean? That
Right.
everybody radiates that energy because it's going to create opportunity. It's going to create, good things. That's the reason why I came here. You have good energy last time I met you.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate that,
Because I honestly hate, even doing interviews.
For real?
Yeah. I want to start doing it more often because it's like they say success is outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
But I just,
You just want to do shit.
Yeah, I'm just like, I want to do what I want to do. I'm like, this is some side shit. But it's like, I enjoy it, though, because I get to talk about the culture and, letting people know more than just my music. So it's like, you got to know more than just the music anyway.
Dope shit, man.
You smell me?
Yeah.
I always make the analogy to wrestling, right? Because it's like a wrestler, if you just saw that motherfucker body slam somebody, that's only going to keep you coming back, buying his posters, watching the pay-per-views so many times. Wow. And you got to watch, his promo videos and, like whatever his image is, whatever his vibe is what's going to keep you coming back. So it's like, that's the way I look at it. You know what I mean?
Fire, bro.
And
that's
for
a
long
fire view on
I
that.
felt like hip-hop lost that. Because it was all a whole bunch of motherfuckers imitating each other, so therefore there's no character anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone's being the same wrestler.
2 questions. First, favorite wrestler of all time?
Bruiser Brody.
I honestly thought you was going to say somebody else.
Bruiser Brody.
Okay.
I can give you the top 5. You want the top 5?
Give me top 5. Your top 5
Bruiser
favorite
Brody,
wrestlers.
Diesel. I don't know if you know who Diesel is.
Hell yeah, Kevin Nash.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was gonna say. But I call him Diesel because that's how.
I know that's it.
That's when he
I remember him as. I'm gonna tell my age. I'm 31, but Diesel I remember.
Right.
But Kevin Nash from NWO. Yeah. That's like. That was it.
And then you got to put Razor in there too. Razor Ramon.
Gotta put Razor.
You got to put Macho Man.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And who else? Who I got for 5th here? I don't know. There's so many good ones now. It's like now I left somebody out.
You ain't fucking with Shawn Michaels?
Shawn Michaels was my dude when I was younger. I'm not
Bret
gonna
Hart.
front. You know what I mean? Bret Hart? Yeah, Bret Hart was my dude when I was younger. But again, like I said,
I got you.
You know what I mean?
I got you.
Stone Cold, I guess we got to put in there because you know what I mean. I'm all about kicking somebody in the nuts and Stone Cold stunning them. So it's like
you gotta say Austin, bro.
He was
Austin,
definitely a huge influence on me breaking shit. And, you know what I mean, kicking people in the balls.
Definitely gotta be top 5.
Chugging beer, fucking double fisted. This guy literally just, you know what I mean, set the trend. So
that ass.
You got to pay homage to him too.
So I asked you that. So then I also wanted to get into like what you just said too. I wanted to piggyback what you just said, bro, about hip hop losing its identity to a degree. Do you feel like with what's going on between and I want to quote my guy Sunez Allah, the invisible renaissance as he called it, would you say that is something that is like coming back now with the artists that's being, I guess, on the forefront now in terms of like the underground and shit?
For sure. That's why I said I'm seeing like personality again. I'm seeing character. Where I felt like for a long time I was doing this type of music, but I was out here alone, it felt like almost. Or was that I ain't link up with the right people because we ain't find each other yet. You know what I mean? But that's the way I look at it for sure. It's just that there's like characters coming back and people are like having their own vibe. Everyone got their own thing. You know what I mean? Where everybody for a long period of time was just like, oh, there's auto-tune and, you know what I mean? Talk about designer belts and fucking dye our hair a different color.
And walk around with purses.
Yeah, let's walk around with purses. Let's just make the same song over and over again with the same bass and the same fucking drum line. And
where
it's like, I'm starting to see a little bit, to an extent, everybody is going to take inspiration from somebody. And, Griselda definitely sparked, this renaissance, I would say. Because it made a lot of people that thought maybe their time was over doing this music, like, nah, it ain't over. Because they, you know what I mean? So a lot of people say, oh, shit, things in our scene may be like Griselda-esque, but that's only because it's like they sparked the lane again.
Also, it's a lot of, if you grew up in New York, then you know. This is, fuck it, I'm going to just say it. It's my motherfucking show. But, if you know, New York got one fucking sound. All right?
Yeah.
New York got one fucking sound.
Exactly.
And that's what we came up on. So
real hip hop.
Real fucking hip hop. So
that's why I said, like, those guys ain't even from the city.
Right.
You know Griselda. But they were bringing back that sound that is from here. So that's why I'm like, I felt like it sparked a lot of artists who were capable of doing it but weren't putting out the music. They weren't putting in the work, you know what I mean?
That's a fact.
Now they're putting in the work again.
Well, with artists like yourself and a lot of the artists that we were just even talking about even in the beginning, man, y'all leading the forefront, and I tip my hat because honestly, man, like, if you fucking whack, you ain't sitting next to me. So,
Right.
so
No, I appreciate. That's why I said I appreciate you having me.
absolutely,
you know what I mean?
man. And so just having you here, you know, and a lot of your peers and what's going on, y'all
Def,
killing
I
shit.
saw you the Def recently.
Shout out Def. Shout out Street G. Absolutely.
That's why I say if I ain't say their name earlier if I ain't say your name, just know it's because there's a lot of us right now.
Yeah, man.
So it's like if you part of the squad, you part of the squad.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
That's a fact, man.
It shouldn't even have to be spoken. Who the fuck am I? You know what I mean?
That's a fact. What would you say the message in your music is, man?
The message of my music? I mean, there's a lot of messages in my music, you know? It's like I feel like every project I do kind of has a different vibe. So it's like I'm going to have a different message in every project, you know? But the message I deliver is basically like be genuine, you know what I mean? Be genuine, be you know what I mean? And just keep it valid, son. Like not, you know what I mean? Don't be sitting here acting like you're something you're not. Not everyone has to be tough. Not everybody has to be a gangster. You know what I mean? Like be you, son.
Right.
That's what makes an artist great. That's what makes a wrestler great. It's like you got to exaggerate yourself, right? So, you know, with any of those wrestlers, they might have been exaggerated versions of themselves, but somewhere deep inside them, that's who they were.
It's a fact.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. With me, you just got to learn me. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm versatile. Every project I said is a little different. The shit I'm working on right now is a little bit darker because I'm definitely like, you know, I like, you know, The Undertaker. I know I ain't saying him in my top 5.
Top 5.
But it's like, you know, which he definitely could be in the top 5. You know what I mean?
Top 5.
But
he's in my top 5.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Undertaker was a huge influence, but he was like the bad guy that you still rooted for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the way I like to look at myself when I make music. It's like I'm the bad guy you're going to root for. I'm a good bad guy. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm a bad guy, though.
Dope shit.
Because I was a bad guy at one point.
Right.
But now I'm a nice guy, you know? But there's still that bad guy inside me.
That right there gonna be the clip.
Smell me? What are we doing?
Chubbs, man, before we get out of here, man, you know what the fuck we do. At the end of every show, man, we always ask the guests to give us a gem, man. What you got? I know you said some dope shit throughout this whole interview, but
A gem?
yeah.
I've been dropping gems this whole conversation. I don't even, there's no gems left. I'm out of gems. No, I'm kidding. The gem is drink water and fucking love yourself. That's it. That's the gem for you, all right? And you can rewind back and listen to all the other gems I said earlier. That's the main gem, is to rewind this back, watch it again.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Got you. Before we get out of here, yo, do you got a name for the project that's coming out?
Yeah, I got a few projects about to drop.
Okay.
But one that I'm excited about is one I'm working on with my boy Raw.
Okay.
Raw's War. Son is like a really fire producer, bro. Just samples off of VHSs.
Is that damn, that name sound familiar. That's
Raw.
yeah, I know Raw.
He did a project with my boy Blas 89 that was fire.
Yeah,
And that was his first project.
Okay. And don't he got don't he be at Lambs? Is that this?
Yeah, he be at they got the whatchamacallit, the record store.
Yeah, shout out Raw, man, because he
Raw, Run Back Zach.
Okay.
That's, you know, they own the record store.
Yeah, man. Shout out to them because they fuck with the platform.
Raw's the homie, son, and like I said, when you hear this, what this kid has on production on this tape, next level. You know what I mean?
When can we get that, man?
Like I'll give you a sneak peek. You know what I mean? I'll give you a sneak peek so you can hear it. Like,
all right.
But this shit is like just vile.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just vile. The project is called Low Budget. And that's exactly the vibe I'm giving you on it. It's like, it's low budget because that's what we live in out here. You know what I mean? We on the grind.
Yeah.
So it's like the whole energy of the project is low budget. And like I said, he just sampled from like random VHS tapes. We were just watching the most like fucking random B-list fucking VHSs that were like lost in, you know what I mean? Lost in time. And we just took sounds and like, yo, let's take this guy dragging the dead body up with the thunder in the background and loop it. And we just did some crazy shit. So the whole vibe is just super raw because of the samples that we used. Yeah. And like I said, Raw just being a raw producer in general. No pun intended. Yeah. And me just being gloriously raw myself.
Fire.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's like, wait till you hear it.
I can't wait to hear that shit.
There's so much other shit I'm working on. Let me just shine a light on a few more things real quick.
Yeah, bro.
I'm doing a project with Vinny Idol, legendary fucking producer. Vinny Idol, fucking, it's going to be bananas. Working on a project with Bubs. And
can't wait for
produced by Gore-Tex from Nonfiction, legendary Nonfiction. Shit is fucking bananas. I'm doing a project with Bubs and Dusty.
That's gonna be fire.
It's fucking crazy.
Dusty, shout out Dusty again,
super
man.
Scum-like, you know what I mean? So yeah, and there's probably like 10 other projects that I'm not even gonna mention right now, but there's a lot going on.
So you got a busy year, man. Well, second half.
I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to drop everything. But
yeah, because it sounds like a lot of that shit going into 2023.
Yeah, but the raw shit, I'm focusing on getting out.
Okay.
I got a project with a dude from Italy. I don't know what's going on with that, so that's why I said like I'm moving forward with that shit. Oh, Fumes. Let me shout out Fumes. Fumes a threat.
Okay.
Fucking monster. I'm doing a project with him. Monster producer, super gritty.
Fire,
Yeah.
bro.
Everything I try to do is gritty though, but there's different forms. Like this is my cleanest gritty you're gonna get. This project, Lucky Lansky and Young Gorgeous. You listen to those two projects, that's like my smooth grit.
Yeah, I felt like that, man. I felt like I was getting out of that.
Right, but my other shit is like, you know what I mean? This is PG. The other shit's gonna be like, you know what I mean?
Got you.
Super R.
Got you.
If there was like a step above R, you know what I mean? There is, but it's not a porno. So it's like, we're just gonna say it's like super R.
Pause.
Super R?
Oh, I thought you said hard, bro.
Oh, super hard. He said, pause this guy. What is he
Pause
doing?
me, nigga.
Put this guy on pause real quick. Pause this guy's microphone real fast.
Ladies and gentlemen,
You
that's
heard what
Chubbs.
you wanted to hear there, my friend. All right?
It's my wife. She over there looking amazing, man. Shout out my
She
wife.
is looking amazing, your wife. You
Yeah,
know that?
man. Shout out my wife,
Congratulations. My brother.
Man. Yeah, no doubt, man. That's Chubbs, ladies and gentlemen.
Gotta love your wives, you
Yeah,
heard?
man.
Happy wife, happy life. Cuz.
Absolutely. You married, Chubbs?
I'm not married, but
No.
I got a wife. Smell me? Smell me, Kuj?
Feel you. I feel you. Chubbs, ladies and gentlemen. Hip Hop Gems TV, man. Y'all know what the
Salute.
fuck it is.
My boy. You already know.